Hey, what's good, people? This is Holy Warrior Yancey, and this is Holy Warrior Yancey Productions. I'm just gonna get right into it. You know, the traditional family structure is under attack. It really is. The traditional family structure or model for marriage is under attack. It really is. And we're living in some evil days, people. We truly are. I want to talk about this is going to be another flip side of the coin. I want to talk about how men are reduced to nothing in the minds of some of our women. This super independence thing is crazy. Where though a woman goes around, talks about how she don't need a man, and anything that a man does for her is insignificant, or anything that a man does for his children is insignificant because she can do it all. I mean, this super independence is totally, this mindset is really messing up the family structure for our people. Because regardless of how a woman think, and I think it is so wrong, there's nothing wrong with being able to do you and have your own. There's nothing wrong with that. But to go around and bash brothers like they ain't nothing, that's just totally wrong. And mind you, I am very aware of how our men, objectify our women and belittle them and treat them as if they don't have no worth, when that is far from the truth. Our women are the most beautiful women on the planet. They're the most resourceful and everything else. They're queens. And I gotta get on that as well. But I gotta attack this super independence. And I'm gonna keep it real simple. Brothers, I said this in a video before, that you're gonna have to teach your sons that your seed is precious. Basically meaning, tell your sons to beware of who they have children with. And really get to know the woman. Nowadays, it seems like women want to get married after dealing with a guy for a couple years. And had you got me a couple years ago, I would have been totally agree with that. Because I think that if you with her over 2 years and you grown, in a sense you're wasting her time. But as I get older, I start to realize, especially with how people are rushing into marriage and rushing right to get a divorce. You really have to take your time to get to know somebody. And you can't rush that. I think it really takes a good 5 years to really get to know somebody. Because when you first get with somebody, you're not really meeting them, you're meeting their representative. They're at their best. You really need to get to know somebody. And the only way you can do that is over time. You gotta look at their work ethic, you gotta see how they solve their problems, they do it according to the word of God. You gotta see if this person can be faithful to you. You gotta see if there's any deep-seated issues with inside your hearts. You really gotta see if they love you when you're up. mean, love you when you're down, the same way they love you while you were up. I mean, you really gotta get to know somebody. And what usually happens is, when you have sex with somebody, it blinds you to all the red flags. And you're put in a situation where, you know, you got a woman pregnant and you see the red flags and there's nothing you can do from there. You know? You bonded to her because you got that baby and nothing you can do. But anyway, like I said, you gotta teach your boys, brothers, you have to teach your boys that your seed is precious. And they gotta watch who they get pregnant. You gotta teach them self-control. You know? According to the word of God, you know, you don't need to be having sex outside of marriage. You don't need to be having sex where there's no commitment. You know? Having sex where there's no commitment. And when I say commitment, I'm talking about life. Because when you become one in flesh, you become one in spirit. And once you have sex, God sees you at one. Because biblically speaking, sex was the marriage. You know, they had the banquet first where both families met up and they celebrated. But the marriage was consummated once they made love that night. That was marriage in God's eyes. So when you become one, you know, one in flesh, you become one in spirit, and God sees you as one. And to have sex without commitment and to have sex all willy-nilly with everybody, you know, that's not God's will. But like I said, brothers, again, we gotta teach our sons that your seeds is precious. They had to watch who they had children by, and they had to be good stewards with their sexuality. It's crazy how men over the ages have been teaching their sons to go get it when it comes to sex. And that's so wrong. So wrong to objectify a woman. It's so wrong to teach our sons to do such. And it's so wrong to teach them to be bad stewards with their sexuality. That mess needs to stop. But let me get to my main point. When it comes to any woman that tells a man that she don't need him, that she can do fine just without him, this is how you handle that. You honor their wishes. You let them do them. Don't give her your seed. Do not get her pregnant. Do not get yourself in a situation where as though you have to live with her. You know, do not put yourself under any kind of obligations with her. Because truth be told, we as men, when it comes to family, we can't knock women. We don't knock a woman's womanhood, you know? I see women tear up good fathers all the time. It's rare that men really attack a woman's womanhood, when indeed there's some trifling women out here. There are a whole lot of selfish women and self-entitled women out in the world today that do some selfish things, that put their needs and entitlements over their children and doing for their children right. I'm telling you, we don't bash their womanhood like they bash our manhood. And don't get the tone of this video wrong. Know this, that I'm for family. I am. I'm for family. I'm for a man honoring a woman and doing right by her. And I'm for a woman honoring a man doing right by him. I'm for husband and wife. I'm for marriage. But we navigating through some evil times. And it's a mess that's really out of pocket that needs to be addressed. I'm all for marriage, man, and I don't believe in the battle of the sexes. But I'm just doing things from the flip side of the coin. Because women, they get their point across, and I'm not saying that it's not valid. I'm just saying that there's other sides to it too. And it always tends to be the good guys suffering. But anyway, I'm going to say what I say again. When it comes to a woman that has super independence where she don't need a man, brothers, you got to teach your sons. Brothers, you got to be aware of yourself. This is how you deal with them. You let them do them. You do not give them your seed. You do not put yourself in a situation where you live with them. If you want to date such, hey, that's on you. But she's not really going to respect or honor your manhood. And the thing is, it's going to be tricky waters to navigate through. Because to a certain point, she's going to want you to be a man. She's going to want you to pay for her dates, most likely. She's going to want you to stand up and be a stand-up guy when you need to, most likely. But you get yourself entangled with her, she's going to want to wear the pants. So it's going to be kind of a pick and choose situation. It's not going to be fair to you in the long run. So you gotta be aware. Gotta be aware. But I'm gonna stress this point again. When it comes to a woman that's super independent, that says that she don't need a man, respect her wishes. Do not get her pregnant. Do not give her your seed. Do not give her your seed. Do not put yourself in a situation where you're living with her. Best thing you can do is just let her do her. I don't understand that anyway. Talk about you don't need a man. I understand a man doing you wrong and you're embittered. And those hurts are really valid. They really are. And I'm sorry, women, that y'all go do that with some of these sorry behind brothers. But again, family structure, the true family structure is under attack. And if men and women came together and did as God intended, which is for a man to be an introduction and a model for the boys, and a woman to be a model and introductions to the girls, and not only that, you know, a mother shows a son what qualities look for in a woman, and vice versa. Dad shows the daughter what qualities look for a man. If we had that traditional structure in place, all this mess wouldn't be rampant like it is today. But brothers, I'm telling you, such women, leave them alone. Find yourself a woman that's about family. Find yourself a woman that is not for the battle of the sexes. Find yourself a woman that knows that when a man and woman comes together, they bring to the table the full attributes of God. Brothers, beware. And sisters, it may feel this way. I know there's different scenarios. I know some of y'all been hurt by men. And I know some of y'all are just doing y'all. And ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Sisters, do you. You go ahead and you get that job. You make that money. You know what I mean? I'm all for you. Y'all are queens. I'm all for you. You know that I'm rooting for you all the way. But when you get to the point where you bashing your fellow man's manhood, that's not right. That's not right. You gotta have some mercy. You gotta have some understanding. You gotta be hip to the game about this divide and conquer. I'm telling you, the flip side, this is the flip side of the coin. I hear women say all the time, I hope you prepare your daughters to go through the hurt that you put other women through. But women, be honest. Some of y'all do some slimy, nasty things to some good men that you wouldn't want your sons to go through with another woman. Come on now. Be fair. Be fair. I'm going to end the video with this. Again, my brothers, teach your sons that your seed is precious. Teach them to beware of these women that are super independent that go around saying they don't need a man. And this is how you deal with them. You respect their wishes. You let them do them. Do not give them your seed. After all, they don't need you anyway. Don't give them your seed. They're not going to honor you as a father. They're not going to care about your children needing you. They're going to feel as though they can do everything by themselves. They're going to feel as though they're the mother and the father. Beware, brothers. Brothers, you got to get out this trap. Our sons going to be facing some worse things than we're facing. So, this is the flip side of the coin. This is how to deal with women who are super independent. This is Holy Word Yancey, and this is Holy Word Yancey Productions. Take care. God bless. Gotta keep it real sometimes. Gotta keep it real.